An inquest has recommended sweeping changes to the transport of prisoners after the death of a man in custody. Mark Holcroft died from a heart attack while being moved between two prisons. The coroner says better equipment should be installed on prison vans and disciplinary action should be considered against one prison officer.
Mark Holcroft's siblings have spent nearly 2 years pushing for better treatment of prisoners and have welcomed the coroner's findings.
He's actually recommending, in essence, that the prison system be taken from the 18th century to the 21st.
Mark Holcroft was serving time for drink driving in 2009 when he boarded a prison van at Bathurst Jail, bound for the Manus Correctional Centre in the state's south. When the van was somewhere near Batlow, he collapsed. Other inmates described desperately banging and shouting for help, but the van kept going. Deputy State Coroner Paul McMahon was highly critical of the actions of Peter Shepherd, the prison officer who was monitoring moving images of the inmates. He said he either did not look to see what was happening in the other compartments, or if he did look, he was not telling the truth about what he saw. Either way, his attitude to his duties as a DCS officer was totally inappropriate. Corrective Services has been asked to consider disciplinary action. The inquest heard an audio device used to address inmates hadn't been working for months. The coroner said this situation is patently unsatisfactory. There needs to be the ability for communication. It is no answer to say that where a facility is available, it might be abused. Two-way communications are already being rolled out, but the coroner says this should happen faster. And Paul McMahon has recommended cameras that record images. The inquest also raised questions about Mark Holcroft's earlier treatment. Justice Health Doctor Suresh Badami has already admitted misinterpreting an ECG test that should have seen him hospitalised a week before his death. Christopher Holcroft says some of the recommendations are basic.
It's not until your own family member gets into the prison system and doesn't have the basic things like water, food, a toilet stop.
They may have lost their brother, but this family hopes the circumstances of his death are never experienced by anyone else. Carl Herr, ABC News.